what's the one where he was in the bubble in the fake world and
The Truman Show.
the Truman Show? Yeah,
That's a
the
good
Truman Show was
movie,
very
man.
good. That
That's a
was
good movie.
very good. That was very good.
Keith, why you change it?
Huh?
Who the hell is Rogue? It said Keith.
Can y'all see me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
see
we can
you.
see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you breaking up though.
Why'd you change your name?
What's the matter? Why you look like that?
Cause nothing goes right in life.
That's the kind of face you got on right now. Like something ain't working technically. What's going on over there?
Yeah, none of it. Everything is jacked up. Alana's face is frozen like this. I'll send y'all a screenshot another time.
Please
I
do.
hate you.
Please do. You
I
said
hate
I'll
him.
send you a
It's literally
screenshot.
frozen like that. Y'all ready to do this?
Uh,
Yeah, we can.
With all the latency and all that. Sorry, pardon me for my. I apologize for my tardiness and all of that. Trying to make this thing work. Couldn't find the right cord that we needed at Best Buy. Everything is just jacked up. We'll be better in 2 weeks from now. Can y'all still see me?
No.
Can y'all still see me?
No.
It's
No.
black.
you
All
went
right,
you
Yeah.
went
not a
black.
problem. Cause we do a podcast anyway, so it is what it is. All right. We'll start from here. This episode was recorded Monday, October 4th, 2021. The events discussed may have changed by the time you hear this. Episode 146 will start in exactly, well, right now. Well, 30. Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. Thank you, Devin. Okay. Thank you, Devin, for that.
There usually is like some music right there though, so
Be expecting my check in
Yeah,
a
I mean,
minute.
nah, I appreciate it.
yeah, came through.
Um, Welcome, guys, to thank God for the group chat. Oh my gosh, I need way more energy than this. Sorry. Dang, I can hear myself because I'm right next to Shari.
Are you hearing that too?
I heard it too.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
gonna
What's
go
the
like,
echo?
what's
outside.
going on?
No, no, no. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Oh, you gonna go upstairs?
Yep.
All right. All right. We'll do this whole thing over in 2 seconds.
I was wondering
I
why I heard
can't
the
see
echo.
nobody.
We
I
see
can't
you
see
though, bro.
nobody. Y'all can see
You
me.
can't see
All
nobody?
right. I can't see nobody.
Nobody do like me. Nobody.
Oh, my legs. My legs. That burns. Oh,
Leg day.
I hate leg day. I hate it.
Y'all ready?
She has more light in here.
Y'all can see each other though.
We can see everybody. We can see
I can
Yeah, I
Tune.
see
can see
you.
yeah, I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
I'm trying to read Shy's shirt. If I'm a lot, go.
Go
Go get
find
less.
life. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Shy should wear a different shirt that says something different every week. Once week say go off.
I'll see what I can. I'll see what I could do.
hmm 1 week say huh.
1 second.
Well, it's good to see everybody. It's been a minute since we've all been
Yeah,
together. Yeah.
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 So I appreciate y'all. Um, hey guys, this is thank God for the group chat you are listening to. This is Keith, and you are listening to thank God for the group chat. Oh Lord, I should pray. Father, bless us right now in the name of Jesus. Give us the strength to be able to do this podcast in Jesus' name.
Just put
Amen.
on a bright one.
Amen.
I thought you was finna say I won't complain.
Mm-mm.
I want to
They
light.
used to sing. They used to sing "Amen" in my grandpa's church at the end of every prayer. It's a very, very Baptist,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's how
Oh,
they
you talking
sang
about
it.
the A? Talking about that one?
Mm-hmm.
No, not the song. At the end of the prayer, they would go Amen.
Oh, they
That's
would
it.
just sing the Amen.
Yes, at the end of
Oh,
every
okay.
prayer, they would sing Amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember churches like
Thanks.
that.
Me too.
Very country, very Baptist.
Oh
Very
yeah,
long.
I think we still got a
Okay.
red. I think my parents still have a red National Baptist hymnal
Yep.
at the
Papa
house.
got them. I'm from Kansas, and you can
Mm-hmm.
tell.
This is white.
Oh, y'all
All
can
right,
hear me?
bye.
Yep,
Yep.
just like before.
Oh no, that was mad late. Oh, it's so delayed. Oh my gosh. I freak. All right, hey guys, you are listening to Thank God for the Group Chat. This is Keith. You are listening to Alana, Devin, Sharice, and T. DeWitt. And it's been a long time since you have heard from us all together. So we are glad to be back. We are not uh we're not in the best shape today, but and that, of course that's all my bad. But it's all my bad, but um we wanted to be able to get something out to you guys and start getting back in the mode of being able to podcast and just share our thoughts and on the world and things of that nature. So here we are, and thank y'all for listening to us and bear with us as long as you can. And how you guys doing? I am mad
Good.
rusty. It goes to
How
my
We're
y'all
doing
doing?
good.
good.
We're doing good.
That's what he going down a list of
Yes.
intro
So
points.
how y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Huh?
How y'all
Doing
mama
pretty
nigga?
good.
Yeah, so how y'all doing?
Chilling.
I am
We
far
all
from
Okay.
right.
chilling,
So
yo.
what's been going on
Chilling,
with
y'all
Far
all
y'all?
from
right?
chilling.
Oh, you far from
Far from
Why
chilling.
you not chill, Shy? Why you
Shy,
not
you
chill?
start, please.
I'm in the worst pain I've experienced in a long time. I have been
Why?
Why?
I have been sore for about 2 weeks. I've started going back to the gym. I think this is
Hey.
this is my first time touching weights in years, and I remember why I put them down. So it's been tough. Very
You
Mm.
sore,
start back,
very
you tearing,
achy.
all those muscles are tearing apart,
Yeah,
and
it
so
hurts.
yeah,
It
that
hurts
that
real
part
bad.
sucks.
Being
That's all right.
gay
That's progress.
and Epsom salt are my best friends. Bright side, I do have a new job. I
I
don't
need
like
we
this
need a
job
Ben Gay
neither, but it's
sponsorship.
cool.
Okay, that's what's up. New job.
I don't like this one either, but it's better than the other one, so it's cool.
All we
That's
could
all
do is
right.
go up from here.
That's it. That's it,
That's all
Tobias.
right.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. It's just like it's only up for here,
That's optimistic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And haha hee hee, I'll be in Atlanta tomorrow for about 15 minutes and then I'm heading back out. Don't
What kind of
ask.
celebrity
Don't
lifestyle
ask.
you got going on?
That's what I'm sitting here like
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna touch down in Atlanta, but we're gonna be there.
for 15
There's this
minutes. I'm gonna
restaurant
pass
we
by
want
and
to
say
eat at
hi to
real
y'all.
quick,
I'm just
and then
getting out.
She
I'm getting
she
out.
and
literally
then we go to Barbados, and then probably stop there.
Nah, no,
Probably
no.
she
touch
literally
down over
coming to
there in
flex
Greece
on
for a
us.
second.
No.
I wasn't trying to go to Greece, but they want me. I'm gonna touch down
Not
Not
Greece.
going to Greece. Not
She
not
coming
wanting to go to Greece.
there.
she coming to flex on us.
Not wanting to go to Greece is wild.
No,
And also whoever said it, you're lying.
Right.
I really would. I'd rather go to Tanzania than Greece.
I really want to go to Greece.
I want to go to Greece, but why are you gonna be
Really
here for
bad.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
I think I land at like 2 something. I probably like get something to eat and then hit the road back. I'm helping a friend drive down here with her car.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess if you were here longer, we would try to see you.
Well, I don't like it. If there's any room to say that, I would like to state that I do not like it.
Yeah,
I understand.
Go move on.
She gonna drive by and wave at us.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because
You
it
can
don't
keep
take
your
that
weight.
long.
Is he in the back lifting weights?
He heard you say weights, and he was like, "Oh, let me get on it."
Is he in the...
You ain't finna.
Sean
You ain't
about to be the
finna.
only one.
You ain't finna stun on me on my podcast.
Well, I'm tearing muscles too.
This episode, what we gonna be talking about? This episode, we about to be talking about biceps, boy. Emojis, boy, bicep.
Yo, that's wild. That is wild.
Emojis boy biceps. Oh my god. Oh Keith.
Keith finna be
I
like,
still
"Oh,
don't
y'all
like that
finish
he
all y'all
changed his
done."
name. I don't like that.
Yeah, I got finished on you.
Blatant disrespect. Blatant disrespect.
So you don't like when he uses robe?
He had Keith. It said Keef.
Oh, he did.
He had
That's
Keith.
funny.
I didn't realize you meant that. He said.
Then
Like
he gets on and
That's
it's Robe. Who the hell? Who calls him Robe? Does somebody call him Robe, Shaw?
Not me, but I'm sure someone does.
Because if they do, I don't even like it.
Dang.
Quickly dismiss, because if they do, I don't like it.
And I would just like to say, if I have the room to say,
Are
I
you
don't
sipping
like it.
wine, Alana?
I'm always sipping wine on
Oh,
these
I
podcasts.
like that. That's lit.
Last time Keith pointed it out.
Oh, I didn't even peep. I don't know. Somebody else always blowing up my spot. I thought it was just me and me, myself,
He
and
said
I.
something silly like, we don't drink wine here. Who don't?
Is Keith frozen or is he staring us down? Oh,
No, he's just watching.
And he drinking a 40.
Nah, never Keith. Never Keith.
Keith drinking a 4 Loco. Keith drinking a 4 Loco.
Buy me a 40 for my birthday.
Drinking a 4 Loco on a random Monday night is wild.
Yo, drinking a 4 Loco
Period.
is wild.
It's a different lifestyle and high stress.
I can't believe I used to drink this things, y'all.
And you need coping mechanisms. If you're
One
an adult,
time, and I
I've
was
never had
done.
one.
bruh, if
One
you're
time
not in,
and I was
if you're
done.
not in undergrad and you're drinking 4 Locos, you need coping mechanisms. Like you are going through something and you need tools and you are choosing
Like the
wrong
first
path.
sip of 4 Loco tastes like regret after a night of drinking. Like the first
And you
sip,
just started drinking.
the first sip tastes like regret. It tastes like that feeling in your stomach that you don't want, that you're praying to God to
How
make
the
you
first sip of
sober.
4
And that's what the
Loko- how the-
first sip tastes like.
How the first sip of 4 Locos
Like you
taste like a
sip
hangover?
4 Loco, you're like, yep, this night not about to go well. The first sip.
A lot of bad decisions.
A lot of bad
lot.
decisions.
A lot of bad decisions.
A lot.
Yes.
Poor Loco is horrible,
Oh,
man.
Good man.
Horrible.
Ain't nothing but a liquid battery. That's all 4 Loco is.
Liquid
With a
battery.
little bit of strawberry juice.
Yo! Oh my god, yo. Y'all funny bad, man. Oh man. I miss y'all. Y'all funny.
T is not impressed, and he does not think we're funny.
What? Y'all are funny.
No, he definitely.
His face
I've
has
never
been straight
drunk
the whole
4
time.
Loco.
Nah.
I've never drunk 4 Loco. I never drunk.
So now you gotta relate to think somebody funny. So now it gotta be your story. So you ain't never
No.
laughed at something you ain't did.
How am I supposed to know it tastes like a battery though? So I don't get the punch.
It's funny for something
It's
that tastes
funny
like a
for
battery.
It is funny, but I don't.
Imagine a 211 with a shot of flavor.
Right.
Nah,
It's still terrible.
I don't like
Like
it.
I
there's
don't
just
like-
flavor.
I don't like his attitude. I don't like T's attitude.
She like, you supposed to be dying laughing at all my jokes.
And yes, me and Devs, basically.
I'll catch up.
We were on a roll.
That was funny.
We was killing
I
Nah,
was
they-
letting y'all have it. Why you coming?
We don't want you to let us have it. We want you to be a part.
Y'all really, y'all tore it up with the Four Loco. That's hilarious.
Thank you. We did our best.
That was hilarious. Yeah, that's.
All right, we want to hop on the itinerary.
Oh yeah, I forgot we was here for that. How y'all doing?
Where the hell is Keith?
He's right there.
He ain't saying nothing now.
And he's gone.
So
Was it me or did he like jump closer to the camera and then disappear?
I
Probably
think
so.
I don't know. He pressed something.
Let's get into these
But anyway.
topics.
Let's go.
My face is probably dark. Go ahead.
don't. Well, I wish Keith was here since this is kind of his shebang, but we'll
I'm
move
here.
on. You're here,
You ready?
yes,
Keith. What you been up to?
Yeah.
What you been up to the past few months?
being a father.
Being a father.
Why is
Yeah,
that so funny? Why is that so funny to you?
Because he's Keith.
Being a
Because
father.
he's Keith.
It's been a while since we've done this. Again, I apologize, but let's start off in a fashion in which we can remember, and in a fashion in a way that only we can and only we should. Alana, what was your issue with Devin quoting "Boy Bye"? What was the issue with that?
I don't think it was an issue. I just think it was
Issue is the
funny.
right word.
Yeah.
Why is it funny?
Because, like, I mean, all right, why I gotta be the one to say it? You asked me because you know I'll say it.
Because it's a girly thing to say.
I mean, yes, because mostly it's a feminine saying, and it's funny to imagine you saying it in the
That's why it
tone
was
that women
hilarious.
say it. Boy, bye.
Yeah.
Emojis, boy, bye. Like, that's how I read it.
Yeah,
and
how
it was
did
like,
how did you say it, Devin?
That was the level of shoeness I wanted to
No.
portray. And there's
How
a certain
did you
level
say
of shoeness that the way that Alana just said.
How did you say
Alana,
it?
can you say it again, please, for reference?
Emojis,
Hold on,
boy,
hold on.
bye.
Yeah, I said it just like that. That's how I meant it.
Oh, my.
So then that's why it was funny. There you have it.
Mm.
That's exactly why it was
The
funny.
context in what we're talking about is that Devin has an Android amongst a group of people that have iPhones, and Devin cannot participate in certain things that none of us can participate in the things that we would usually do if we all had iPhones. Just recently, Android users are now able to FaceTime iPhone users. And Devin, can you give us some insight on how that works?
Yeah, so this
As I
is
tried to
so
FaceTime
from
you the other day and it didn't work.
incorrectly. Yeah, you did. So this is a feature that Apple came out with to compete with Zoom. So Apple said, well, okay, you got Zoom. Well, we're going to figure out a way to get Androids on the same FaceTime calls as us. So they did it, but unless, and I guess, you have to look it up to real, because stuff. Can y'all hear me?
I can.
Mhm.
Hold on.
Androids, I tell you.
Are you on your
Yeah,
phone right
right?
now?
This is really.
Dang, you know what's crazy to me is it's crazy to me that you say at the beginning of the episode, this is as of Monday the 4th, because I feel like as on the 5th.
Oh my God.
Boy,
Yo.
bye for real.
Tobias, what you saying? What's Tobias saying?
Android Boy Bye.
I said it's funny to me that you always start the episode off by giving the day because as of the 4th they gave that feature to the Androids, but I feel like on the 5th they're gonna take it away.
No, never mind. As Keith was so
I
prolifically
don't know.
saying,
You don't know how to
no.
use it. No.
Oh my
No.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
That is so funny.
Oh, that was so funny, bro.
Trying to explain why Androids
So,
work. Why
Anybody,
they fail you.
anybody listening and can't see it, which will be the majority of everyone. Devin is no longer on this podcast due to his Android not working for whatever reason. Hold on, let me see if he's back there. No, he's not back there. So no, he is. There you go.
Perfect timing. Perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah.
Oh
all
my
right, so
god. As you were saying.
So,
Oh my God.
as I was saying,
yeah, if you
Mhm.
would,
just so we're all
please
clear,
continue.
that's not an Android issue. That's because when I get a phone call when I'm using my phone for these podcasts, it throws me off.
Oh, okay.
So
You-
yeah,
You know what this reminds
I
me
got
of?
a phone call. Huh?
You know what this reminds me of? Okay, so
What?
one time in college, and Keith knows my friend Adrian. One time in college, one of me and Adrian's friend was trying to talk to this girl, and he was spitting game or whatever, and I accidentally bumped into him, and the dude he proceeds to spill his soda on his shirt, but instead of acknowledging that he spilled the soda on his shirt, he's just like, yeah. So he keeps trying to talk to the girl, and me and my friend Adrian are dying laughing behind him because it's like, dude, you have soda on your shirt. And he's still like, yeah, girl. So what's up, man? Bro, your phone cut off, and you still like, yeah. So Android, like, nah, bro. Your whole argument.
But that's not an Android issue. That's not an Android issue.
We don't know that
Why ain't it an Android?
because you're an Android user.
It's because I use my phone for these podcasts.
Everything's an Android
And
issue with you.
If I get a phone call, then it just cuts me out.
That's like you owning a hospital and the power goes out in the hospital, and you say that's not a hospital issue.
No, it's not. That is terrible.
That's exactly that. That's a
That is
great
not like that
analogy.
at all. No,
That's
it's
a
not.
hospital. That's a hospital issue. The power went
I'm gonna
out
tell you.
regardless.
I'm gonna tell you
It's
what
still
it
an issue.
is. You're a person who would buy an Android. Therefore, any of your technology going awry is a result of a person who would buy an Android.
Did you have one of them Androids that
That's
Now,
not
that's
true.
not a metaphor.
Right.
That is specific.
How is that not true?
Nothing went awry. Nothing went awry though. I got
You
a phone call.
disappeared. You literally were
Yeah, because
gone.
I got a phone call.
You
I got a
can't
phone
get a
call.
phone call and still decide to stay on if you want to.
I ignored the phone call.
When you ignore everything. You don't get to ignore it and
can't
still do
tell.
what you're doing. If you
Apparently I
ignore
did.
it,
Nah.
if you ignore it, your technology says we canceling everything. And Apple don't do that. You get choices with
I'm happy
Apple.
for y'all. You say you get choices.
It is.
You get choices.
Apparently y'all don't, because y'all ain't had no other fruit since them motherfuckers came out. But
Now we need to do fruit, but y'all the same robot.
yeah, we cool.
Oh, okay. But y'all ain't advanced at all.
But,
Something
I
you
ain't
actually
seen
could
an
change.
Android. I actually haven't seen an Android logo in a long time.
It's the
Is
same
it?
green
It's
robot.
still the green robot.
It's the same robot.
Is it really? Oh, I've been
Yes.
seeing it on those cricket
Yeah, I mean,
commercials.
Apple, yeah. We,
Thank you. I was
logos
literally about to
don't
say
change.
I ain't seen the robot since cricket.
Mm-hmm. He
That's what
self-destructed.
I'm saying.
But nah, to finish what I
They
was saying.
felt the
Right.
Um,
As you were there.
Wait, Tobias, the Android
Oh my
is
God.
J5. The Android is J5 and Blake Man.
Blank man.
Would you? Heck nah. Wow.
I'm laughing way too much. This
Please
is
finish telling
ridiculous.
Blank man.
He said it's self-destructive. The only Android I know is self-destructive.
No. I'm not doing this,
Is
man.
that
Yo.
washer from Blake?
Blank man is hilarious.
Nope.
That is funny. I have to watch that. I have to watch it.
I at this point, I just want Dev to go ahead and finish telling me, so I know how to
Please,
FaceTime
Dev,
Dev.
explain why
I'm about to
you
be
can't
Black Man for Halloween.
FaceTime. Please.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yo, that's
I'm
a
about to be
great
Black Man for
costume.
You know what's funny? Robe with all these Apple products
What the
took 20 minutes to get a podcast going tonight. So I don't know what's so special
Nah,
about
we
the apples
we
you
just
got.
literally you tried
You know
it.
what
We
I'm
needed
saying?
one
So-
color, brother. You tried it.
You know? But nah. So the yeah. So what they don't tell people is that for it to work, they just say, you know, you can FaceTime Android, you can FaceTime Android, but they don't put it immediately out there that it doesn't work the same way as trying to call somebody on like Apple to Apple. Apparently, you have to create. There's a way you're supposed to create a link and send a link. So it's pretty much like Zoom, I guess, with having to send a link. But the way they kind of advertise it, they kind of swept that under the rug. They're like, "Yeah, y'all can FaceTime now with it." So with this booty behind technology, yeah.
I'm just
But
Google Duo, y'all.
But that's an Apple thing. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, Android
I'm still not
didn't ask
FaceTiming
for it.
y'all.
I'm Google
Yeah, I
Duo.
mean, I'm still
I'm gonna
not
Google Duo, y'all, and that sucks too. But I ain't got to send no link.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Right.
finna set it up like a work meeting every time you just want to say
Right.
hi.
Right.
Right.
You can't even randomly FaceTime y'all because you gotta know and accept it like a work meeting.
Yeah.
I sent you a link.
You know, we used to have pen pals. We didn't have to see each other
I FaceTimed
when
you.
we was
Look,
home.
I
Oh,
did it.
now
I sent
Android
you a
is on
link.
a humanitarian kick. Now it's trying to bring us back to the old days of being pen pals. That's what it is.
No, I'm just
Oh.
saying.
Mm.
No, I wasn't trying to say nothing about Android. I was just saying, like,
They
Well,
tryna keep
all this
Android on
has
its
to
way.
be connected stuff these
Android
days.
on its way back to T9. That's what I'm telling you. You can't even FaceTime without the actual link.
I can't FaceTime y'all, which I don't need to.
Ooh.
You can't FaceTime nobody. You don't have the
I can
feature.
FaceTime other Android users.
That's not
Is it
FaceTime.
called FaceTime?
Wait,
What is it called?
Why would you
It's
want to do
it's
that?
not FaceTime.
It does the same thing.
iRobot?
So y'all patented the word.
That's
So
not
y'all patented the word FaceTime. Okay. So
Wait,
I can't
wait,
use
wait.
the word FaceTime.
Wait, no.
I
Do
can
you have to
I can
send
spend
Android
time looking
users?
at some other Negroes' faces on my Android.
Wait. Do you have to
If I
send
hit
them
the
a
same
link?
button y'all got.
Wait,
Rocket Shack
Android
calling
to
it
Android.
Jordans.
Can y'all just press a button and
Yes. All you gotta do is hit the camera button on the call joint. Just like y'all.
oh, Android to Android?
Just
Okay,
like
cool.
y'all.
Just like y'all can only do Apple, we can only do Android.
Got it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You made
both
Alana
parties
finish
are.
the rest of her wine.
That sounds so sick.
You made Alana
you can do
finish the
that
rest
too.
of her wine.
Just like y'all. This ain't the Special Olympics.
So
Okay,
that's
well,
like
thank
what?
you, Dad.
That's like what? 15 other people that y'all can Android FaceTime. He must be frozen because that was a real question. I'm sorry.
Nah, he not frozen. He over.
Alana, don't ever tap that screen
Yo,
again. Yo, at
Want
this
some real
point,
stuff?
oh my God.
Oh,
At
real
this
stuff.
point, oh
Want some-
my
Want
God.
some real stuff real quick? Real quick. Want some real stuff? Why did my connection get way better after he got off the phone?
I thought you was gonna say pray for my friend Dev. He got
Everybody moving. Everybody, I can see everybody.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Ooh,
bro.
All right,
child.
let's.
She
let's
said, no,
move on.
seriously. She started tapping her screen.
I didn't know what happened. That wasn't a rhetorical question. Here we go back. We back.
All right, Dev, we back.
Everybody there?
She
Not
tapped the
peace.
screen.
No, you don't get to give us a piece. This ain't no casual greeting. Talking about
Oh,
peace.
God.
All right. So as Devin goes in and out of Android jail, there is someone who is not getting out for a very, 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 very long or ever.
Mm-hmm.
One Robert Kelly.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
he has been found guilty on all charges:
Damn.
racketeering, sexual assault,
Damn.
sex with a minor, the whole nine.
Damn.
Um, First thoughts, like, what are y'all first thoughts on that? And literally, we grew up like it, love it, hate it. We grew up with R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With him, at the forefront of R&B music and things of that nature. So,
For
first
sure.
thoughts. What were y'all first thoughts when you heard the verdict?
I knew it.
So be it.
Same. I feel like we grew up with R. Kelly, but also we grew up knowing like we had jokes about it. Like
Yeah,
it
we
was in
did.
Boondocks, it was in Chappelle's show, so
Yeah.
it was kind of like finally, honestly.
I can say that I think the time that it takes them to get to a verdict has helped. It helps me necessarily come around to the reality of it, because I think the same with Bill, right? Because like I don't think that necessarily I grew up in like the prime of that show, like old enough to like understand what I was watching, but it was still a really prominent show for me. And I really loved Bill Cosby. So I think because it took, the time gives me, the trial gives me like the time to be like, okay, you need to like accept that these are people you don't know, and people that are human and have mistakes that you need to, understand there are consequences for it. And so when the verdict comes, that's why I feel like it's so be it for me.
Hmm.
Respectfully. Awkward
Other
silence.
people.
Yeah, I thought Dev was gonna say something.
He is.
Is
I
he
was.
there?
I played.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of them things we kind of knew that like with everything that came out leading up to the trial, like that he was guilty. It was just a matter of like what would be his punishment. We still don't really know, but I kind of figured he wouldn't be a free man. Like it was too much. Just like we just mentioned, we grew up with them. I felt like we grew up like in the dark with him. Like we heard the rumors and we saw the
Yeah.
jokes and everybody plays the jokes and everyone laughs. But when things get real and is in the forefront, it's like, wow, you're really sick. Like it's not funny no more. And you're kind of like you start questioning yourself, like, man, I used to really rock out with you. Like, am I sick too? Like it's weird. Like that at least that's what I went through. It was just like, wow, I was really supporting this guy and was calling him the GOAT and all these other things. And now I'm like reneging. Like, I don't know how to feel. Honestly, I really don't. I struggle with that one. Like, cause I still be like, yo, R. Kelly is really a talented person. It's just sad that he has his own demons that affect other people. Or affected other people. So yeah. It's like that weird gray area for me. It's really weird.
For me, it's like not allowing talent to be over like the heinous thing somebody does, because I know we've all seen the jokes of like, dang, that's horrible of what he did, but remix to ignition still my junk. And like it gets to a point where you're just like, nah, man, some stuff is just some lines have been like way overstepped. And yeah, like I said, I kind of not even just be like Alana said, so be it. I'm kind of even to a point where I'm like, good, honestly. If he did those
Yeah.
things, he got what he got coming.
And it's
Yeah,
been too
full
long.
disclosure, and just to have it out there, I think we can all agree that, what I mean, justice should be served. I think we're all there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't
I
want to speak for
actually,
Devin.
I actually had that question for. I actually had that question. You just answered it already, T. But I wanted to ask everybody else, like, um, does this affect how you how we see some of his music we grew up with, or some of his greatest hits?
Mm-hmm.
Will you not listen to them anymore? Will you turn the station if it comes on a playlist? Like, will you? Yeah.
I
But
personally don't
before we
listen to
get
him.
there, what are your first? What were your thoughts when you heard the verdict? We're gonna get there, but what were
Oh,
your thoughts?
you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I mean, you did the crime, now you're paying for it. I mean, you know, it's terrible. It was disgusting. Um, it's just very disappointing. Um, because being black in America, it's like we represent each other all the time, whether we like it or not. So it's like a white man messes up. You don't look at they don't look at like yeah, all y'all probably like that, huh? Like they get to be individuals. It's like one does it, we all do it. So it's like Bill Cosby was like the black father in America, and then that happened. It's like, ah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like America looking at us like, well, so what y'all gotta say about y'all dad? You know what I'm saying? Like, it, it is.
Stupid.
It is, man. And it just sucks. So it's like it's disappointing that and not to say that like every famous black person needs to bear the burden of the whole community, but you kind of do. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So it sucks in that aspect. It sucks. It sucks in a lot of aspects.
Yeah,
It
pretty
sucks.
much. It really, really, really
My
does.
first thoughts when I first heard it, I don't know. You know what I mean? I've been I've been to jail. You know what I mean? And I spent 24 hours in that jail. I did a hard 24 hours in that
I
jail.
remember that.
You
I do
remember
too.
that?
I do too.
And I wish prison, and like if that's jail, I wish prison on no one, right?
No
Um,
one,
no one.
no one deserves it.
Mm, I didn't say anybody did or didn't deserve it. I
Oh,
said I don't
uh,
really wish it on people. Um,
okay. I
it's
wish
a,
on.
it's not a place. It's not a place for people to be. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, that is where people go when they do things against society. You know what I mean? And against other people, and they have to suffer those consequences. And so for me, I was like, oh man, this dude. Literally, these are my first thoughts. This dude was on top of the world, and look at him. But then of course, right after, you think, what got him to that point? You know what I mean? And so I feel for him. You know what I mean, and I do pray for him. I do believe that he was struggling at a time, and then I feel like at certain points it was like, forget it. This is just what it is. Y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all had a chance to get me, and y'all didn't get me. You know what I mean? And so, even though I wish prison on no one, even though I wish no one never be able to see the light of day ever again. You know what I mean? Because he's never getting out of there, and he's in his 50s at this point. I mean, it is what it is because those little girls, they were just that. They were little girls. You know what I'm saying? And those people, even forget if they were little girls or not, they were very impressionable people. You know what I mean? And he took advantage of that. And of course, I go back and I think about his childhood and how it was unfortunate that he was dealt the hand that he was dealt. Um, I don't know. I think he's had many a chance to come out from up under that. And as a believer, I just have to believe that. You know what I mean? That you've had many a chance to come up out of what you were doing, and after a time, after a period of time, it's just like it just is what it is. And so it's unfortunate for him, but you got to think about those victims also, how it's unfortunate for them. So yeah, never been a real big R. Kelly fan. But how does this change you guys' view I mean, of course, we've probably been here for a long time, but for some people, verdicts make things very tangible, for lack of a better phrase. Verdicts make things very like cut and dry for a lot of people. So, what do you do with his music now?
Same
Now that
thing I
he's
was
I have
never
doing
to.
with
getting
it
out. Now that
before.
he, yeah,
Wait, where did Oh, where's Shuffle?
she in the kitchen.
Sorry, y'all. My phone is dying.
Go ahead, Alana.
Same thing I was doing before. I don't think his music, because I actually have always been a really big R. Kelly fan. Um,
Mhm.
but I think that I haven't been playing his music on a consistent basis. And I don't think that his verdict makes me play it on, because a verdict for me actually doesn't make things more clear. He was guilty for me no matter what the verdict was going to end up being. So
Right.
whatever I felt during the trial, it was
Yeah.
going to be what I feel now. And so, um, you know, I didn't play it consistently, but I'm also not in a position where it's like if it comes on, because I've heard it places, at bars, I've heard it at lounges, I've heard it at people's homes for like kickbacks and stuff, and I still enjoy it and I still dance to it. But I'm not like, I don't have like a R. Kelly Pandora station. And I'm not like, I don't have an R. Kelly
Mm.
playlist, which actually is very in alignment with my personality because I am a fan and I would make a playlist for R. Kelly, but I haven't.
Mm.
Maybe it's subconscious because I don't think it's directly connected to me making a conscious decision that's like, no R. Kelly. It could just be subconscious, but I'm not totally against his music being played, but I'm also not out here just intentionally looking for R. Kelly songs to play. So
I think I'm right with Alana with that. I
Me
really
too.
do. Because my brother, like, he's like, look, that's his business. His music is his music. My brother plays him all the time. My brother thinks he could sing, so he sings his songs all the time. And I mean, you can't knock his talent. It is what it is, regardless of who he
Mhm.
is and what he's
Some
supposed to be.
some of them songs are weird now, though. You
Yeah,
gotta admit,
absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
super weird.
now
But
we
that's
know,
why
you
I say
know.
I'm like right
Yeah.
along
Hmm.
with Alana because I'm like I don't go out my way to listen to him. But if it's
Same.
in my area where I'm at a party, I'm not going to say, "Hey, yo, DJ, you wow and turn that off." Like, nah.
Yeah, like if I'm watching
Like, I'm
Space Jam,
not
I'm
doing
not
all that.
fast forwarding past them playing. I believe I can fly.
Right.
But I do
Yeah, I
think that's a
believe that.
dub of it being played at graduations.
Right.
Oh,
I
please don't.
I
I don't
feel
want to
the
hear that at no
same.
graduations.
Oh my God.
Graduation.
I don't want to
Mind
hear
you, they
that.
did it at like younger children's graduations. Like, oh,
No. I wonder if
Mhm.
there's like somebody there like that's like thinking about this right now, like, oh my God, what have I done?
No, you was just
Uh,
believing you could fly. It's not our business to know all of his business.
but yeah, no, I think that I listen to a lot of genres of music, and I listen
You was a
to a
big R.
lot of
Kelly fan.
artists. Huh?
TB2 and all of that.
no, TV2 was fire.
Big
That album
big
was
R.
fire. I
Kelly.
can't lie. No, I'm
I was
not
an R.
finna do this.
Kelly
Nope.
fan. I mean,
Because R. Kelly
but
gonna be
there's
like,
never
she
like,
said I was fire.
yeah. I mean, I love a lot of R. Kelly's music. I love a lot of old rock, and I love a lot of old, country as well. So I probably listen to some very racist people. Yeah, Shaw Country.
I
Um,
listen to country too. That's like, why you put me on blast?
oh, because you made that face. It was like bad judgment. You was like,
Sharice, Sharice
It's your
listens to country
Android, bro,
music.
because she was literally just nodding like
Yeah, I was
oh, I
like,
thought it was like,
the
I
Android,
thought it
bro.
was judgmental.
you got to come
Yeah.
nap
So
with me.
I listen to a
You
lot of
probably
old
think
country
all
and
of
old
us is
rock, and
me mugging.
I've always been aware that a lot of the people I was listening to, um, could possibly be racist. But it didn't matter for me because I'm enjoying the art. I'm not looking up their views and who they voted for and this and that. It's an art, and it's a form of art that I happen to be able to get lost in and enjoy, regardless of the artist's personal life and their decisions and thought process and stuff like that. I disconnect and just enjoy it for what it is for me. So R. Kells is gonna fall into the same category for me.
So you can listen to Seems Like You're Ready and not think about what inspired it.
That's what I.
Depending on, but see, I'm not just gonna listen to R. Kelly randomly. R. Kelly isn't like, oh, I'm getting ready for work today. I'm about to put on 12 play. Like,
I'm saying.
I don't just listen to R. Kelly. Like,
I'm saying
I've
if
never
it
have,
comes
even
on,
before all this. If it comes on, I'm not sure.
yeah,
It
you
depends
can.
on where it comes on
You,
and what I'm
you
thinking about. So I'm
so
not
you're
sure.
not
There
gonna.
might be some days
Okay.
where I might skip it. There might be some days where I might let it play. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on what's going on.
like if you're in a moment where you and another person seem like you're ready and seems like you're ready
That's
to
what I'm
move
saying.
on,
You
then
know what I'm
you're not
saying?
going to
Like,
think
I
about the
wasn't gonna
fact that
go
he
there, but
wrote that
that's
about.
exactly.
Yeah, you're not going to think about
Yeah.
the fact that he wrote that for 16-year-olds. But if you're just riding in the car, and seems like you're ready comes on, you're a little more
But he
sober
wrote
minded
that
and
for
you're
a
thinking
6 year.
about the
Right.
fact.
I know that's why I was.
You know what I mean? But if you're in the
Yeah.
car
That's
and nothing's there to block your mind and you're completely clear, it's like, yeah, you might consider, dang,
Right.
he wouldn't even talk about grown ups.
Right.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
So it
That
when you
depends.
sounds
say teenage,
Right.
how old we talking?
Because since when has that been gray? Since when?
I understood what you meant.
But
I
it's
understood
literally
what
at
you
the.
Hold
meant.
up. When you
If
first
he's
heard
talking
that
about
song,
18
you
and
knew what
over,
he meant?
Wow.
no, he's saying when he said when you say teenage, he knew what he meant by
Oh.
that question.
Oh.
Because the 18 and over is the discrepancy. But we know what teenage is. It's anything that ends with teen.
Mm-hmm.
That's not confusing.
When
Right.
when you say teenage,
Even if you're
how old
legally
we
adult
talking?
at 18, you are still a teenager.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. It is all very disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wins out of this. Um, they gave the Me Too lady, I forget her name, and I don't want to disrespect her, but I don't know her name.
Not to
Y'all
be.
might know her name. Um, she said that this was the beginning. This was the beginning of them going in the right direction. And so I don't know what the end is, but yeah. So he's just been found guilty, and it is what it is. So Sharice saw Cardi B on Instagram, probably on a live or something, talking about her mom bod and how she's not bouncing back and all that type of stuff. So,
That's not what she said.
like, what'd you say? What's the stigma
Okay.
between Cardi B and
So
mom bods really?
yeah, so what had happened was that everybody accused her because she was recently at a like big fashion show and she looked snatched and it looked like she didn't just have her son like 2 months ago or a month ago. So they automatically assumed that she had surgery to get her figure back. And she went on a live and said, you guys, I'm pretty open with you guys. And she said, no, I still have, my fupa, all that good stuff. I'm slowly coming back. But with my second child, I did gain a lot more weight. She said, you cannot go in and have surgery to alter your body after having a child. So no, I didn't have surgery. It's just a lot of tucking and squeezing into a lot of things. It's not necessarily that I'm going uh, into surgery to look like my old self prior to having kids. And the first thing I said was, well, not for nothing. Like, um, every female's different, but why is there so much pressure on females to come back like they didn't just like deliver a whole human? It's very weird to me that we put a lot of focus and energy on, oh, I wonder if she's gonna snap back, or I hope she loses that weight, or she was real big during the pregnancy and stuff like that. It's weird to me because childbirth is hard. I mean, I've never had a kid, but I've seen almost all my friends have babies, and every last one of them are different. I've had friends that, they're toothpicks while they're pregnant and they're toothpicks after they have their child. I have friends that have gotten bigger since they had their children and they're still big. Like, everybody's different. But the pressure that the outside world puts on females to like get back, like look good, be skinny, have toned arms, have a six pack. If that's what you had before your child, you should have another one. I mean, you should have a six pack right after that baby. Like, I'm like, yo, everybody's not Tiana Taylor. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it all just comes from how society has grown to um, hold women to the standard they hold them to, and it's very unfair, and it doesn't, it's stupid. But society places so much value on a woman's outward appearance that it's almost like that's all that's important. It's like bump what she does for a living. What does she look like? That's why it took so long for curvy and plus size models to be a normal thing. Like for what I'm saying, that took an ungodly amount of time. That's stupid. Like models were like pencil thin for the longest time, and that was like the only, like, mannequins are thin. Models have always been thin, and it's like that was like the model look. Like for you to be a woman of value, society is like, this is what you gotta look like. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just it's unfair. So when you have a baby and yeah, your body goes through changes, then it's just society again being like, oh, don't forget, okay, so you done carrying that baby, time to look like this again. So you know what I'm saying? Or else we're not gonna value you. Like you can't have no recovery time, you know. It's an unfair, standard, and it's just one of the things.
I agree. I think Shy can relate in the fact that I have a lot of different women in my life who have had children who have a lot of different, obviously, genetic backgrounds and body types. Um, I don't know. I think it's also the why I can't put my finger on. But I think that I can choose to agree with Dev in this, like, where it's like women just have always had to carry this burden of physical attractiveness, that men it's physical attractiveness matters with men too, but I don't think it matters in the same way. I think there are other
Mm-mm.
factors that make men valuable to society and to women beyond their looks. And for women, you could have those exact same qualities as a man that makes them quality, and if you're not attractive to the majority, it doesn't matter. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the root of it. It's it's vanity. That's it. There's no other description or explanation for it, really. It's just vanity. And I mean, it's been etched in our minds that that's what women kind of like, that's their worth. Not, maybe not us five on this live, but I think that it is etched in like majority of culture's mind that a lot of women's worth is based in what they look like. And so women give into that and they rush to it, um, to meet that criteria. And I think that they want, even when they're like married and they're not necessarily worried about the culture's opinion, if they have a husband, they want their husband to still desire them, and there's insecurities placed in that, but that still comes from a cultural mindset that that's what will make him desire you. So it's still vanity.
But
I'll speak for women. Uh, I'll speak.
Mm. Mm.
let's
And
hear it,
Mm.
here
Keith.
we
Mm.
go.
I'll
Let's
speak
hear it,
for
Keith.
women. I'll speak for women. Um, I think women are harder on are hardest on other women, right? So women, it is this whole thing of, well, look at Halle Berry. She just had kids. Ooh, she
Mm,
snapped back. Look at Kim Kardashian. No matter how she did it, she snapped back. She had three kids, I think naturally, and then the fourth was like through like a surrogate, I believe, right? Um, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, what I mean, and I don't know what that was. It might have been a health thing. It might have been, hey man, I don't want to have any more kids coming out of this body. I'm getting up there. Um, so I think a lot of times women put pressure on other women to snap back. And so like I guess that's like in so many ways like a badge of honor. Like look at all the work that I've done on the front end. Look at all the work that I'm doing while I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? So in order so that I can do that, because I know like in order to make that process easier or not as strenuous, they encourage you to work out while you're pregnant. Work out, you know what I mean, all the way up until you're not able to work out anymore, so that you can quote unquote bounce back. Um, I think it has. I don't know. I just think because society does it, women are a part of society, and women influence society. A lot of women, they themselves put that on other women in their silos to, to keep up that image that they have. I mean, this image of perfection, if you will. Oh, look at Jada Pinkett. She's never been over this. Look at this. You know what I mean? These and body goals and things of that nature. It's like, man, we all don't have the same body and we all don't have the same walk of life. You know what I mean? We all don't have the same diet. We all don't like the same types of foods. You know what I mean? And so, but I think when people they idolize other people and idolize other women. You know what I mean? I'm so jealous of you, and you know what I mean? You hear all of that type of stuff. It's real. So I think that has a large thing, I think that largely has a lot to do with it.
I agree. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
speaking
speaking
for
for
us.
us.
You're welcome. Anytime.
We need your voice.
No,
For women.
they don't need my voice. Uh, oh, speaking of
T, any
voices,
input?
nah, you good.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Wow.
I didn't have anything.
Mm,
He
yeah, you
said,
good.
"Nah, he good."
T is like, no, my
Nah,
woman need to
but
get it right, get it tight, and quick.
So it's crazy. I don't have anything. I'm gonna let y'all say it.
Nah, so see, you
Uh,
listened to the Andy Mineo project, and you said that it was amazing, or that I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said that it was good. You did give a positive review on it. So tell us about it if you don't mind.
I will. So
Excuse
I
me.
listened recently to the new Andy Mineo project, Neverland 2. And I want to say, I think a lot of times it's a gospel rap album, but I feel like a lot of times when it comes to like gospel rap, some people are either like they have the message, but the music's not there. Or sometimes they might have like great music, but then they don't have good bars. It's just, maybe like you could be preachy. And so then like some Andy Mineo is one of my favorite gospel rappers, him and Swoop. And I will
And
say
should
that.
be.
And I say that so I went into this I went into this still with an open mind. I'm trying not to be subjective just because he's one of my favorite artists. But I had to say, like, as I was listening to it, I was it was a project dedicated to his mom, who I didn't really realize passed recently. Well, I'm not like
Mm.
friends with him, so I guess I wouldn't know that. But listening to it, you would like you just go in and you start hearing clips of his mom. You're just like, oh, okay, he had her do clips and stuff. And then as you get deeper into the
Mm,
project, you realize like, oh, she passed. And and like he was like rapping about, like, as we all know, like you listen to a gospel rap or you listen to a gospel song, sometimes it's talking about what you're dealing with uh personally, but a lot of times it's usually just like, oh, I'm dealing with this with my walk, or I'm dealing with this where like I need to read my Bible more, or I'm dealing with this where I need to go to find a group of friends. But he was talking about stuff where I felt like he was talking about stuff where I felt like I was like, man, I'm pouring my energy into a lot of other things and not into myself. And then he had a song about that. Or like I feel like I give 110 to the wrong things, and he had a song about that. Or he was talking about how, like, he was still talking about how he loved his wife. He was talking about how, like, he's still a man, so he's talking, I'm not gonna get vulgar, but he was talking about stuff that men like, but it was in reference to his wife. And it was just like a very honest and raw album. uh one of my one of my favorite lines is like when he was like, I'm trying to stop cussing, and then it's the F word, but he bleeped it out. But I think we all can say sometimes we've had those struggles, and I think that's like something that you wouldn't even go as far as to hear on like a gospel rap album, because sometimes people portray themselves as just dealing with the basics and dealing with the basic issues. So all I have to say is like, yeah, it was a good album. Musically, the beats were there. He had bars, not, and like I said, not just gospel bars, but just like bars where I could just be like, if you wanted to show your friend who was an atheist, and you'd be like, hey, I want to show you a good rapper, and you could show him Andy Mineo. And I feel like that's sometimes where we lose certain people, because we can, like, we have those that music where you be like, I could play this to my other Christian friends, but then you can't really just play it for everybody. And I feel like that's where Andy Mineo gets people, where you can actually play it in all circles, and then it also has the message of Christ behind it. So good album, good message. RP to his mom, because I know he's mentioned her on albums before. So I know this one probably was a little tough for him. And Swoop had an album recently too, where he came out and said that his mom passed. So um, yeah, more power to him. But that's a good album too. But I'm here talking about the Andy Mineo one. But good music. If you guys haven't checked it out, play it. I literally, like, one of my friends messaged me and was like, "Bro, have you heard the Swoop?" He said he listened to it from front to back, and then as soon as it was over, he listened to it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I could say, yeah, like it's one of those albums where you can do that front to back.
I think that both artists are amazing, and I'm not a fan of gospel rap or Christian rap, whichever you want to call it.
Me neither, really.
Not because of the message, but because of the quality.
Exactly.
If you genuinely just like hip hop, it's like, yeah, I know what you're saying, but like it don't sound good. So like those two are two rappers who are really just good artists. Swoop is a friend of mine, but that's not a biased opinion because he's not the only, I guess, Christian rapper that I've known, and so I'm saying that with confidence that he could stand toe to toe with people who are like somebody else's favorite rapper. And if he wasn't in the Christian spectrum, he would be bigger than what he is, and he would deserve to be, rightfully so. And I think Andy Mineo, for years, I've known is a really great artist as well. I look forward to listening to his album. I haven't listened to it, but I can second that about Swoop's recent album about his mother who has recently passed.
You know both of these cats?
I don't know Andy. I just know Swoop.
I agree.
But I'm always looked upon as a celebrity. Y'all got it mixed up.
I agree about that. What she just said.
Who's that you was looked at as a celebrity?
Why is he this way?
Hey.
Oh, Tobias.
Dev did too. Dev said it earlier.
I wasn't going to say Dev said it like once.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's Alana. She really tied.
She famous too. But
she's famous.
She is.
Thanks, T. I'm gonna check it out. I had planned on checking it out. Earlier today, but I got into some other stuff.
I don't listen to Christian rap or gospel rap, but with the things that y'all saying about these artists, I'm very interested. So
definitely listen to that Swoop. That Swoop.
I was cracking up when T said, we all have those struggles, talking about cussing, and Sha made a face like, no.
Oh yeah,
I ain't never felt convicted about my cussing.
I cuss in my music. I own it, but I cuss in regular everyday talk. But like you said, like you feel like when you listen to gospel rap, you feel like that's just you, and then they sound like they're only dealing with, I don't know, like they deal with struggles that we deal with, but it just seems so out of worldly sometimes. It seems like a disconnect, or like Alana said, sometimes it's just not good. And I had, I think Keith noticed this. I had like years of my life, like 2 or 3 years, where I literally was only listening to gospel music. And then I felt like, besides like, like I'm a rapper. So when it came to rap, I felt like I was doing myself a disservice. That's sad. Like you want to listen to only positive, gospel music, Christian music, and you feel like as a Christian you're doing yourself a disservice by only listening to, like I was like, man, I was like, yep, guess I'm finna listen to this. Not finna throw no name out there, but like you like hey, that such and such dropping, you be like, I guess. And like yeah, besides like Swoop back in those days. Yeah. And what's crazy is um I know some gospel rappers too, and so they might listen to this and be like, "Oh, okay, I see, I see how it is." To that, I say, "Yeah, make better music."
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
Um, Lil Fizz apologized to Omarion on I think it was the first day of the I keep wanting to say Scream tour, but the Millennium tour. Um, for those of you who don't know, Lil Fizz and Omarion are 2/4 of B2K, aka my worst nightmare when I was in middle school.
Mine too.
Why?
Absolutely. Why?
That's all
Why
y'all
would
was
they be
talking
your
about,
worst?
man.
If you ain't Little Fizz or J Boog, I don't want you.
And it's funny that you said
That's all
Fizz and
y'all was
J Book
talking about.
because those were the two we liked.
Those were the two.
We
Those were
know.
the two we liked. Because Raz B always looked 35. And it's like, bro, I'm 11.
It would be like 20 girls liking J Boog and Lil Fizz to like one person liking Raz B, and she was always like the odd woman out. Like, why
She
you
was
like
weird.
Raz B?
She was
She
weird.
was
Hmm.
weird.
She was
She
weird.
was weird.
Sharice know exactly what I'm thinking about. Limbia
She
Perez.
probably had trauma.
So weird. Like, but when you think about it, it was like, nope,
She
I
said she
get it.
probably had
I get
trauma.
it.
Yeah.
I went to a Millennium concert, right? The one in Atlanta, the first one, right? Um, I went there, and you know how they was popping out of the stage. Oh, who popped out first? Lil Fizz popped out first. Everybody was screaming. J Boog popped out. Everybody was screaming. Raz B came out. Everybody was like, "Woo!"
Oh, we made
I
it.
felt I felt so bad. And then Omarion popped out like right after, so it could drown out the non
Dried out the
scream for
yeah.
Raspy.
That's
Like I
wise.
don't.
That's
That's
It
smart.
is wise.
crazy.
They were like,
I'm
all
going
right,
to
we
their
gonna do
tour.
two.
I'm going to their tour on the 16th here in Atlanta.
Nice.
Okay.
Are
Let
you?
me know if he
Tell
cries
me
on
how
I
stage.
it.
sure am. I look forward to it.
Yeah, it
And as
was
long
it
as
was
they
cool
have it, I'm
last.
going.
J Boog,
So
whatever his name is, gonna cry in the car.
yeah, I don't know why he wasn't there, but Lil Fizz and Omarion, they had an ongoing. I don't want to call it feud, but Lil Fizz wound up dating in quotations Omarion's children's mother. This was and everybody found out about it while they were on tour and coming off tour. Um, so it drove a wedge between those two, and it drove a wedge between the tour. Um, and so for him to show up the first day of the tour, it didn't even look like. So the clip that I saw, it didn't even look like Omarion knew that he was coming out.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did it appear like that to y'all too?
Yeah, which is weird, and I think it speaks to also the acceptance of the apology.
Yeah, but they also had 4 chairs out there.
And
It
then
wasn't for
then
B2K because B2K is not on the tour. It's just a Marion.
No, yeah, but it was 4 chairs out there.
Mm.
Well,
I
maybe they
don't
were
know.
going to pull a Drew Hill and just have some random perform with them that know the dance.
Nobody came out. Nobody came out. And
Drew
it
Hill
and
said, I can't stand Drew Hill for doing that.
You
Yo.
can't do that with B2K.
Damn sure can't. Damn sure can't.
We
But
know
hey,
what you niggas look like.
we know
I mean,
what Drew Hill look like.
it's not that we don't know what Drew Hill looks like, but we don't know.
or care.
We know what Cisco looks like, but we don't know what Drew Hill looks like.
Yeah, because they wasn't they didn't even care that that Jazz wasn't there. They just saw another fat dude and
They wouldn't
assumed it was
know.
Jazz.
They wouldn't know.
I'm
But
like, that's not
B2K,
Jazz.
like we know what y'all look like. Stop playing with me.
Yeah. So how do y'all feel about the apology? Do y'all think that I don't even want to say do y'all think it was sincere? But what's the question I really want to ask? Do you believe that it was genuine or staged? Do you think that he spoke to him before backstage, or do you think that was like the first time he was actually like hearing it? Because what wound up happening, everybody, is that Lil Fizz, after the song was over, because they were doing "Gots to Be," which is my favorite B2K song, and it's a very, very toxic song. It's probably the most toxic R&B
sure
song
is.
ever.
It sure is.
Very toxic,
Very
very
controlling.
manipulative, very
Yeah, it
controlling.
is.
Yes,
I
Yes,
don't
it
very
is.
remember the lyrics to
narcissistic.
this song. Now I gotta go
It's
back and
horrible.
Yes,
revisit it.
please
It's
do.
horrible.
It's
And they
terrible.
were and imagine 15-year-olds singing it.
Yes.
Even worse. But so they came out. Do you think, do y'all think that it was staged, or do you think that they, this was their first time actually having that conversation? In that case, that's also manipulative in my opinion. But go ahead.
I don't know because the clip I saw, it looked like he was about to walk off stage, and then Omarion stopped him and was like, "You can't go" or something like that, and like they were finna perform a song. And if I feel like in those kind of instances, that always makes it seem staged, even if it wasn't. Like if you come on here to apologize and then immediately we start dancing and doing a song, like it seems like okay, it
This is
seems.
very true.
Well, did they have was it choreographed?
I didn't actually see. I saw the song about to start and then the video kind of cut off, so
Yeah,
I
he was
didn't.
like, well, we got to let them know why I love him, or whatever he said. But I think,
Yeah,
I mean, but fam, we've sung this song billions of times in many, many stages.
true.
Y'all don't sing anyway, so just mouth the words. I mean, just hold the mic up to your mouth and just stand up here while I'm doing these songs, because I was going to do them anyway.
Mm, 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 mm.
That's what I think
Yeah,
might have happened.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
just odd to do it on stage. I don't know. So
it is.
Um. Okay. So here's my thing. I think the whole him dating his baby mom was like a money grab. Like, okay, um, I need money. So what can I do to be relevant? I mean, like, what's gonna make me buzz on social media? What's gonna get me on Love and Hip Hop and things like that? Where I think they took it too far was actually trying to make it look like an actual relationship, bringing the kids involved and stuff like that. I'm like, oh nah, these cats is wilding. Like, this is way too far because like kids are involved now. When they broke up, wasn't surprised. But I definitely said, okay, Fizz, you definitely played this part to the umpty. So I'm like, how do you come back from this? So the public apology, that was expected, but I'm more so like I feel like Omarion's in charge of all their bags to some
Mm-hmm.
degree. So I felt like it had to be done on a big stage like the Millennium Tour to secure the bag in so many ways, because it's like, okay, that bag is done with basically dating his baby mom. I need another bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
like
gotta
that's
apologize.
over.
Yeah, like I gotta apologize. So and get back to what I know, which is dancing on stage and singing to the fans that know and love B2K. So
Right.
I think that's pretty much how that
Debatable.
unfolded, kind of, sort of. Because I mean, like, there's so many people playing themselves online just for some money.
Mm. Too much of conversation, man. It's the maker. Um, Devin, what makes for a good
Oh
apology?
my God, Lil Fizz's rap.
Yeah, you know how to do that.
I still know how to
See, I'm lethal
word. Oh.
like Danny Glover.
Flip the game undercover. Me go to Danny Glover.
Y'all
I was
crazy.
Making
waiting for
plans for
Alana to
life.
start
Girl, I'm
rapping it.
only 15. What a need with a
Me
wife.
with a wife. I cannot wait.
I wonder if he wrote his own raps.
Woo!
Dad, what makes for a good apology? Like, what's an apology? Like, in ways that people have apologized to you, what are ways in which you accept apologies?
They feel like he
Because I
got
don't think
caught doing
everybody
something.
accepts them in the same way.
Your actions moving
A
forward
good
works for me.
I don't know. A good apology. I mean, the blanket statement is just going to be a genuine apology. Um, but the actions following the apology, you know what I'm saying? You really don't know if it's good until after the apology.
Mm,
For me,
mm,
you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Like
mm.
everybody can say sorry, you know what I'm saying? But like, are you sorry? Like, how are you gonna? How's it gonna? How's the relations gonna be after your apology? You gonna keep doing the same stuff? Am I gonna see change? So it's about the follow through, not the actual apology.
So you don't accept a person's apology. You say, "Let me wait and see how you move."
No, apologies are always accepted, but it's polite to accept it. That's just you're accepting it. Okay, that's like taking a gift somebody gave you. Thank you, but I'll know in the events following that apology whether or not it's genuine.
Well, I don't care too much about being polite. I care
Right.
about being honest. And so when I don't accept an apology, it's because I genuinely do not accept your apology. Now, should I? Yes. But not because of politeness, but because of Jesus. And I let Jesus down a few times because I do not accept some apologies.
Mm.
And I think what makes an apology genuine, I was taught, this was as a kid, like saying I'm sorry wasn't acceptable. I literally had to say I apologize and
I
then state what
apologize.
I'm apologizing for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I've always learned that it was like not just the need for you to be able to repeat what should be said, but the need to acknowledge that you actually understand what was done wrong, whether you agree or not. And I was always taught that an apology wasn't required just because you agreed with someone's offense, but it's because someone that you care about stated that they felt hurt, and that should be enough, and then there was room to understand or converse about it afterwards. So like apologies falling under those realms make them genuine to me. Like when you show that you care about what I'm saying, regardless if you agree that that was what you meant or not. Like when you sit there and try to plead your case to me more than you are trying to at least level with me first because you care about me, and then we can move on to what you meant and all of that. But I don't really have that much room to try to understand when I feel like I'm stating I feel sad, and the next thing you do is try to convince me that I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's what makes an apology genuine to me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Growing up, my dad wouldn't even let me say I'm sorry. If I said I'm sorry, he'll be like, "Don't be sorry, do better." That was like his catchphrase. Or if I be like, "I'm sorry," he'll be
Don't
like,
be
"About what?"
sorry, ho. Be careful.
Be careful.
Or if I said I'm sorry, he'll be like, "About what?" And then I had to like acknowledge and talk about what I did, which always made it even more. My dad wasn't one of those like physical, like most like black parents. Sometimes they get physical. Now my dad would just talk to me, and a lot of times though that hit heavier than anything else. Like that, just seeing that disappointment and having a real conversation and acknowledging what I did and having to say it out loud, it makes you be like, all right, man, let me get my act together for real. I'm tripping. So yeah, I get it.
I don't know. I think the belt of disappointment hurt more for me.
I got a
lot. Cause my mom used to whoop me, but then after a while, you get older, you
She didn't
get
whoop
bigger.
you hard enough.
Nah, man, my mom used to. But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about what? Like like my mom would whoop me, but then I'll be like, about what? Like she you do something wrong, she'll just start wailing on you. But then like my dad actually talked to me about what I did wrong. Or
see, I got a whole speech before the whooping. I mean,
Hmm.
I had to
Dev,
know. I
Nah,
knew what the whooping was about.
you're
Huh?
man.
problematic.
Nah,
Why?
man.
It is. She ain't whip
You
you hard
say your
enough.
problem.
How
As
you
if
gonna
like
tell
as if you
somebody
know.
Yeah,
how
you
his
don't even know
whoopings
what she did.
were?
I
He
know you
could have
don't
been
know.
abused. You have no idea
He could have been.
what what.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna
be
go to
saying some
bed.
wild shit.
I'm going to bed.
All right, I right here is where you insert and I apologize.
I apologize.
I apologize, Pete,
Believe me, I do.
for saying your beatings weren't
Yeah.
hard enough.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Okay.
repeat the
Yeah,
offense so we
And,
know you understand.
and
yes,
I
please.
apologize for this podcast being all over the place. Um, we'll be back in 2 weeks. I thank everybody for being back. And I appreciate y'all as y'all give us some grace as we get back into the swing of things. Um, big update, and that's probably the main reason for why I did this. Come January, we will no longer be under this platform, whatever it is, wherever you're listening to us at. We are moving to a podcast channel with other podcasts and hopefully other listeners. We would be said flagship podcast, but we are moving um, onto bigger and better things. And so, come January, the top of January, we will be under Creative Heads podcast channel. And we are very excited about that. And they are very excited about us coming over. That means um, that means opportunities for us and great things coming our way. New logos, new images, new videos, the whole 9 yards. So we would love it if you would follow us over there. I make this announcement every time we do it, but we are moving. Um, Fresh Air Life, thank y'all for listening to it and being a part of it. But we're moving forward so I can do less and do more at the same time. And so, yeah, I just want to say that. And
Yeah,
yeah, I
sit
think
down
that's it.
for the evening.
Yeah. So for I guess so for updates to stay updated, you can always stay updated here until further notice. You can check out our Facebook. I heard the social medias were down, but they should be back up now. Check us out at Thank God for the group chat. You can find our page there. You can also find us on Instagram at Thank God the number 4TGC. Yeah, so we're there. So for all updates and all that stuff, thank God for the group chat. You can find it there. If all hearts and minds are clear, now unto him who is able to keep you from falling and present you faultless before his presence with exceeding joy, the only wise God our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forever. And all God's people say, Amen.
Amen.
No cap. When every
Amen.
time I heard a pastor do that,
Yo, Dev didn't
he
even
was
wait.
false.
Dev was like, "F you guys." He was
He did.
tired of us. He was
He
like,
was
"Y'all talking about my
amen.
Android. Y'all said I can't talk about beating kids. You know what? I'm talking. I'm tired of y'all. Y'all talk
Clearly, I
about me
ain't no
listening to R.
good,
Kelly.
so I'ma
I'm t-
go.
I can't listen to R. Kelly in my car. No,
Look,
like
Lord.
he just got mad. He
Nah,
was
all
like,
he doing is going to race his video game. That's all he doing.
mm-hmm. He didn't even say
But
bye.
what
He
you
was just
said,
like,
Sha? Nope.
Oh,
He
that
didn't
whole
say
thing
goodbye.
that you said, I always zone out. I'm always like, what?
Why do you zone
No, and
out?
then I just come back for the amen song.
Why? Why do you
Hmm.
zone out?
I don't know. It was just like, what is he saying? Like that. I don't know. I
He's saying
wasn't.
the
It's
benediction.
y'all didn't have to say it
Oh,
all at the same time.
and
Yeah.
you ain't help her get no closer to nothing. So a benediction is a blessing before you leave. Like so you pretty much blessing you and praying for you before you go and blessing you
oh,
for your week
that's
and all of
dope.
that type of stuff. Yeah. So now and that's from Jude. That's from Jude. I don't know the chapter, but I think it's Jude. Is Jude one chapter? It's Jude chapter 1, verse 24. Yeah, and Jude is only one
It's a
chapter.
oneser.
Yeah, so he's saying now unto him, God, who is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before his presence with exceeding joy. The only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty both now and forever. And all God's people say, that's not in the scripture, but that's what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all in 2 weeks. Next week, we have background noise. Shout out to Jeff and Jackie who've been killing it on there. And yeah, so tune in next week. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all.
Holla.
It was
Thank
All
you,
dope
right, y'all.
seeing
Jack.
y'all.
Likewise.
Night.
Like,
Peace.